Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. We're just going to have a quick market update here on the S&P and on Bitcoin, just to see where we are here after the recent movements over the last few days. And as we can see on the 4-hour chart here, this is the S&P 500. We have, again, we're using a tool here to kind of point us in the right direction in terms of risk reward. And that's this Fibonacci ratio. And how you can use it is that if you take, you measure basically a high point and a low point, or a low point to a high point, and then you observe what the price is doing at certain levels to kind of figure out if there is an underlying support in the market, or if there's still distribution, people are still selling. And a good way to do that is, and this is of course not overly manipulated, which at times can be difficult over the last few years. But if you have a market that is moving more or less without 100% central bank intervention all the time, these ratios do work a lot of the time. And what you want to see is, you want to see a move higher or lower, then measure the Fibonacci, and then start looking at the price when it hits a 50% or a 61.8% retracement. And from those levels, you can then start to observe if the price reverses the trend, the price trend. So in this case, what we're looking at now is, we want to see if the S&P is in a good position to rally further here, or if it's going to turn around, right? Trend still intact, or are we going to see some like a relief rally or something? And how we do that is that we take the recent highs here and we measure it down to the recent lows, and then you get these ratios, 38 38.4 and 50% and 61.8. I mean, this is all Fibonacci golden ratios. This is something that you can observe in nature as well, on flowers and so on. And but basically, forget the flowers. This is a risk reward setup. And what you want to see is if the downtrend is still intact here. I mean, we're coming down from these levels here. then you would see a reversal here from the 50 to 61.8%. Normally, I'm not saying it's not all the time like this, but it's a very good indication of what is to come. And so if we would turn down here now and we would start aggressively to sell off here, then that's a sign that the market is still tired and we need to go down further. And that usually happens from this level here. On the other hand, which it kind of looks like, I mean, this could also be some kind of a double bottom here, or I don't know, some kind of a funky inverse head and shoulder kind of thing. I mean, if that's the case, then we will be looking at, first of all, going up to this level here, and if we break that, I mean, you could see much higher levels, maybe up to the upper bands again. But let's not get ahead of ourselves here. And what we need to see here for the bulls, because it's always divided in two camps. There's bullish guys and there's bearish guys, and then maybe some neutral ones as well. But if we can take out this 61.8, see here is a 61.8 retracement from this move from the above to below. And so if we can take out this 27, let's call it 55, then we're slightly above, right? We should have a good chance to at least see these recent tops tested, but maybe even a move higher. Normally that's what would happen. I mean, there's always a chance it will stop here at the next one, 78.6, but it's not so common. So that's something to look at here. And we're very close now. So if you're a trader or something, I would set some alerts here slightly above and maybe slightly below and see if we start giving everything back here. That could be a warning sign that you know, it doesn't manage to get above this level here. But it looks half bullish actually, although I shouldn't jump ahead of myself. Of course, it's not financial advice, so use your own judgment and do your own kind of research. And if we look at Bitcoin as well, or maybe one more thing. I mean, you can see here as well that from these Bollinger Bands, I mean, you had signal here, and we went up to the middle bands. We came back down. It turned into this green area here, and then we moved slightly above the lower bands again, and that was kind of a buy signal again. If you trade according to this model, which basically means you have is statistically based and kind of puts the odds in your favor most of the time, at least. Nothing works 100%. And if we look at the Bitcoin price, we have a very similar situation here. I mean, so how do I look at this? Well, this is just one tool, of course. I mean, there are many other tools you can use, and like I've said before, this 204-hour Bollinger here, we got the first buy signal here. We moved higher, and now we came back down. So what the hell is going on now? Well, if you use the Fibonacci tool here, we would have to hold this 61.8% retracement, where we are pretty much, well, we went down there, I guess, previously, 38, what is it, 38.70 or something, and we touched it, and it looks like it's kind of holding for now. So within this circle here, this is something that Bitcoin bulls will need to keep an eye on. If we can kind of rally up again from here, there should be a nice acceleration to most likely up to the middle bands here, 5,200 or something as an initial target. If we start to bend lower again, you know, we start to go below this 38.70 and it looks heavy, and okay, forget it. Then we most likely know that the downtrend is not over, and we might retest these 3.5, 3.6 levels, which most likely will set up one hell of a buying opportunity in case you kind of missed out below here. But you know, this could also pose a very good level here right now. So let's see what happens over the next few hours, maybe the next day or so. We should find out more if this is another buy setup, or if the trend will, you know, if we need to retest again these lower levels. For now, it's holding this 61.8, which is a good sign, but we need more action towards the upside here. Probably take out like 4.2 or something like this. So that's something for you guys to have a look at going forward here. I would say over the next day or so we should find out where both the S&P and Bitcoin is going to go here short term. I mean, we're talking, this is the 4-hour chart, so by no means it's not the weekly or monthly. So you know, we're talking a price movement that we can potentially kind of predict over the next 2 to 3 days, 4 days, maybe up to a week or something like that. So keep that in mind, and you know, enjoy the weekend as well. Cheers, guys.